Welcome into Fantasy Unclean. We are your hosts. We are your hosts, Rich Fiddler and Frodo Carvel. And then there's that guy.
That's kind of like, if you say he's out, that's kind of like how his chance of championships are this year.
Not cool, man. Not cool.
That's funny.
What do friends do? You kick him while they're down. Just like, bam.
That's true. Number one turtle coverage is brought to you by Mason. That is
Yes.
That is factually correct.
I feel like we should ship him some live turtles.
So week five was good for us.
Yes.
Scott's team didn't lose.
My
Nope,
team
they're
did not
back.
lose.
No.
Your team won.
Yes. Yeah, my team won.
My team won.
Your team didn't just win. your team, like, violated.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the funny thing is, Cowboys like being violated, but it's usually not that way.
George Kittle.
Yeah.
Is national treasure.
He's a dog, dude. He is a dog. NFL says they're going to fine him for the
Yeah.
T-shirt.
Yeah.
Fucking 100% worth it.
Fuck Cowboys, right? No,
Yeah.
fuck Dallas.
Fuck Dallas.
Dallas.
Specifically Dallas. Yeah.
Throwback shirt.
Yeah. They're going to fine him 11 grand is I think what I saw.
Because, that's what made the game personal.
Yeah.
Well, okay, it did, but mostly didn't somebody like? Yeah, you did lose, Mason. Did somebody got fined 14 grand last week for doing something like
Hill
got fined because
For
he didn't have his
standing-
socks on.
Oh yeah, he got fined $9,000 for not having socks on, and he got fined $14,000 for standing up to give his mom the ball.
and Kittle said, "Fuck you, Dallas,"
Well, he didn't say it. He
he
just
just
happened to pick his jersey up.
Yeah.
and then pull down the shirt.
It was just adjusting his undershirt.
If someone decided to read it, that's their own damn fault.
See, that's the thing is most people in Dallas can't read, so
Nope.
that's probably why it's only 11 grand.
But the thing is like
Dude, it's getting dirty over there.
they
in that
can't
rivalry.
like Micah Parsons can't say like that. That's what made it personal.
No,
Because
no, it was
he's
probably
been talking shit. Everybody on that team has been talking shit about the Niners for weeks.
was it Greenlaw on his story posted the the one of the cowboy getting up on his knees. You guys didn't see this?
no,
I think I
that
saw
was Kinlaw.
Kinlaw,
Yeah.
one of the laws. Somebody's
Yeah.
laying down some law, and it was, and so that was pretty personal. if you want to get real personal,
Yeah.
no, it was there was a really that game went exactly how I anticipated it. I lost all of my bets last week, except for that one, and I put 3 times as much on that game as I did combined the rest of the week. And so I made more money than I lost because of
Yeah.
the 49ers.
Niners.
And I went,
That was a very entertaining game.
that
to
was
watch.
that was a nightmare for
Yeah.
Dallas, dude.
It was a clinic done by the Niners in every
Sense of the word.
every
all 3 phases.
all 3
just
phases of the ball.
domination.
It was fun. All of the Niners were having a great time, and it didn't look like any of the Cowboys were
there's-
having fun.
No,
at all.
and there's a lot of hate going towards Dak right now, and I'm not sure that that's entirely deserved. I think it's somewhat deserved, but like his team is not helping him out.
No.
I loved the fact that we had all of our backups in against all of their starting defense, and then ran right past them for a 26-yard touchdown.
Just crazy.
Like
dude.
none of our starting offensive linemen, none of our starting running backs. It was all backups, and we were just like, Jordan Mason's like, peace.
Yeah. Okay, but
Untouched.
Mason's a dog too.
is.
like your backup your third string running back.
Yeah,
He's a big dude.
he is.
He's a giant dude,
Yeah.
and he's fast.
Yeah, he runs angry.
He does run angry. Yeah, that was a fun game.
It's it's fun to watch when your team is like I saw something where it said it's got to be fun to be a 49ers fan right now.
Yeah.
and it is.
It is.
It's just like it's fun being a Dolphins fan.
It is fantastic. That long pass that Hill got for the touchdown,
Yeah,
69 yards. Tua called the play.
nice.
He did not. He couldn't.
heard that, yeah.
He misheard whatever Mike McDaniel said. He's like, so he called the play in the huddle, and
I don't think he misheard. I think he couldn't understand.
yeah,
what
couldn't
Mike-
understand was
So
he's like, I was starting to freak out. It's like everyone's lining up on the wrong side, but they're all running with conviction, like they know where the fuck they're going. So I just said, well, let's see what this does. And,
Yeah, right.
And I like it when I say that, and then Hill's running past me for a touchdown. So, okay.
My favorite post-game press conference thing this year or this week was Mike McDaniel talking to the
Reporter yeah.
who was talking about the fact that through 5 games they've put up the most yards
in NFL history.
and he's like, well, yep, that's exactly what we wanted to do. Week 5.
Stat prediction.
you know, George Kittle is the extrovert version of Mike McDaniels.
Yeah.
Like Mike McDaniels is the introvert, right? Like he's the guy that just like he would rather stay inside and not talk to anybody. But if you force him to talk to somebody, he's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
Kittle is the exact same, but he's looking to talk to people and make it weird.
Yes.
And it's
There should be a standing rule that both Mike McDaniel and Kittle are mic'd up every week.
and they do a podcast every
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
In fact, I guess that would be great. They would be really fun together, I think.
The Mike and George podcast.
Yeah.
I just don't. Okay, I watched a little bit of.
And this week, fuck Dallas.
I watched a little bit of the Manning cast again this week, and I can't stand it.
Really?
Like I cannot stand. Eli is so goddamn boring.
Well,
He
he is
sucks the energy out of everything.
You see him, and like, if you look up, like, what would vanilla ice cream be if it was a person? And it's Eli Manning.
Yeah, but like if you like didn't add enough vanilla to it.
Yeah.
Like,
I saw a meme from I think it was
he's
2
more like
weeks
heavy
ago,
cream.
Yeah.
from 2 weeks ago, and it was just a still of Eli, and it was like when the edibles hit partway through work.
I love the one where he's standing next to Tim Tebow. He's like, one of these guys have won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
Fucking, I mean, Tebow wasn't the same talent as QB, but like one looks like he just got done like talking about antiques and told people directions, and then Tebow fucked your mom or something.
Yeah.
But it's a fun time being a Dolphins fan because the offense is just nutty.
Yeah, on it. I mean, really, Seattle's won 4, or I guess three games after the initial loss. I mean, they all haven't been pretty all the way through, but
Nope.
it's been 3 wins.
Yeah.
No, but we have. I read today that we have in the last 3 games that we played, or since week 1, not counting week 1, since week 1, we have more points scored in the second half than any other team. Week 1, we couldn't do shit in the second half, and so like they really turned that around.
We don't have to score in the second half.
You don't know, no, you don't, and neither do you guys. But other teams got to work a little bit at their victories, all right? Like we don't have Madden cheat codes just turned on. Like
Fingers crossed that they both get into the bye where they're waiting, and both teams need to get together and watch like the playoffs. Like, look at these fuckers trying.
look at them all. Well, they're trying so goddamn hard. Look at them.
Yeah, Frodo's team's got all speed, and my team has all anger.
Yeah,
Yeah, with a dash of speed.
With a dash of speed, yes.
yeah. But yeah, it's like wasn't a perfect game last week. Dolphins gave away points like the pick 6 and stuff, but they're like, fuck it. We're just gonna score more points.
Yeah,
It's fine.
yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting football season because there's been some things that that just don't make sense. Cincinnati doing what they've done, and then all of a sudden, Jamar
Looking
Chase with 200 yards and 3 touchdowns,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, that was a wild game for him.
the Bears on Thursday. That was a wild game where
Right.
DJ Moore had 3 touchdowns
Yeah.
and 200 yards.
Right. Yeah, he had DJ Moore had 230 yards.
Yep.
Out of the 280 passing yards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
230 yards, 3 touchdowns, and he finished second
On the week.
on the week
Yeah.
for receivers.
Yeah. And went in what round? Like 4th?
Later than that, it was like 5th or 6th.
Yeah. So
I mean, nobody was as efficient as Kittle.
No.
Yeah.
3 catches, 3 touchdowns. Just don't get
I
tackled.
love the video. It's like, hey, yeah, just like I
Why,
think just
why
don't
is
not
everybody
get
else?
tackled.
Have you guys not? You don't have to go down. Like,
He's talking about that on the sideline. He's like, "That's a fun stat line."
it's a fun stat line. Didn't Kelsey have one of those last season? He had like a 4 catch.
He had
3 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns with 26 yards receiving.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking efficiency.
Yeah.
There was a TikTok. It was talking about just those stat lines that like are fun, weird. One was it was Leonard Fournette, and he had 15 rushes for 63 yards and a touchdown, and he had a 69-yard touchdown run in that game.
Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
He had 1 run for 69 yards and a touchdown. He had 14 other ones, and he had finished with the stat line 15 rushes for 63 yards.
Holy shit, dude.
So
know
in
what's funny?
14 plays, he netted -6 yards.
Yeah. Speaking of netting negative yards, Josh Jacobs sucks. I don't know what happened there.
I don't know. I have him
He
starting.
got a touchdown. That's
Yeah,
what saved
yeah,
his
he
week.
saved your week, but he's not running well.
No.
That team does not look good. Jimmy Garoppolo looks like Jimmy Garoppolo.
That Monday night game was like, ugh.
Yeah, it was gross.
And then you have Zach Moss, who hasn't been able to be good at all.
all
has been
season with the
fantastic.
starting role.
No. He's been good this year.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, he was in Buffalo,
Yeah.
and he couldn't do anything in Buffalo.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he comes over to Indy, and everybody's like, well, he's probably going to be the starter if Jonathan Taylor's out.
Right.
And then he's fucking blown up, and then Jonathan Taylor comes back, and he's like, oh, here, don't worry, I got it. 163 yards.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go
2
ahead.
touchdowns.
I'm gonna take care of this, JT.
Yeah.
You go ahead and sit there and count your goddamn money. By the way, congratulations, JT, on getting your money.
Yeah.
Looking forward to you earning that. How did we do last week? How do we do? Any news coming in from this week? Nothing major, right?
Well, besides the people going on IR,
Everyone?
Devon Achan got placed on IR today, so he's out 4 weeks. We get him after the bye. Justin Jefferson is now on IR.
Did he go on IR?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
All
James
of
Conner.
Buffalo's defense.
all of Buffalo's defense, those are gone for the year. Anthony Richardson.
Made it through the weekend, by the way, without an offensive lineman getting hurt in Seattle. So that's great.
That's good. Anthony
I mean,
Richardson.
you should have.
We're gonna have two guys back at least next week, and plus we're gonna have Jamal Adams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For at least a few plays.
Yeah. Unless
At
he
least a
stubs
quarter.
his toe
We're
on
hoping
the
for
way
a
out.
quarter because that'd give us more time than last year.
Yeah, that's true.
So that poor fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Anyways.
Okay, so everybody's injured. We're back into bye week, so everybody's just scrambling for the
And
waivers.
Anthony Richardson might be a little more serious. He's an AC joint. He's like 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, because it's on his throwing
Throwing
shoulder.
arm,
Yeah, right.
Which
so
sucks. But
it sucked a lot for you.
It did.
I have him too. So
Yeah.
I don't care about you.
No,
I
that's
beat
okay.
Yeah,
you.
it helped cause my first loss this year.
If you'd have played,
in one
you'd have
shitty.
probably won. I don't remember how badly I beat you in that one.
It would have been a lot closer.
Yeah.
But you still beat me by 40 points.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yeah, you actually you had a
I
solid
had my
week.
first solid week.
Is that one shitty?
Yeah, but I had 4 players on my starting roster go down to injury.
Right.
Yeah.
That's tough to overcome no matter what you do.
Very difficult to overcome.
Yeah, those 40 points.
Yeah. So okay. How do we do overall on our picks last week?
We pushed on one game, so that's I don't count that as a loss at that point. Scott, you had 10 correct.
Woo! What a bounce back.
I had 8 correct, and Frodo had 7 correct.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
Scott took an island in a couple of spots. He took an island with Chicago, and
Yeah,
got
baby.
us because we didn't think Chicago was going to do that. He took a island with Philadelphia, and he took an island with the Raiders. And
Ooh, I took the Raiders. Oh, that's right. I
Yeah.
took the Raiders, even though against my
Yep.
in my parlay,
which lost you your parlay.
it lost me my parlay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was right. That might have been one of the. Oh no, that was the game that I was like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
Saints.
yeah.
Nope, Raiders. And so either way, I was gonna win something.
Yeah. So you lost your parlay. LA and Arizona both shit the bed for me, so I lost my parlay. Frodo pushed on his parlay. He got two of the 3 correct, and then Houston was a push. So he doesn't lose his money, but doesn't win
so he
any
gets
money.
to roll that one over. But
Yep.
yeah.
So yeah, it's still close. I'm at 45. Scott, you're at 42, and Frodo, you are at 40.
Nice.
So still close all across the board.
Keeping it alive. With what's our overall standing on cash?
As of right now, Scott, you are at 630. Frodo, you are at 375, and I am at a solid 250.
250.
Yep.
Oh, because you put your big bet down, didn't you?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, shit. Let's get into this week because I think I'm probably gonna have to put down my big bet because I'm feeling confident this week.
Yeah, I don't have yours yet.
On my parlay. I've
Yep.
got it written down.
Okay.
You pick first since you won.
Yep. So we got
Excellent.
Thursday night. We have Denver traveling to KC. KC is 10.5 point favorites.
11 now.
Looks like it's 11 now.
Oh, it is 11.
It's already been bumped to 11 since like 7 o'clock
yeah, like
or
an
6
hour
o'clock.
ago.
Yeah. So this one's interesting because the Broncos suck, and the Chiefs have not been great. What I will say is the Broncos have been playing to the whistle. I'm going to take the Broncos here because I think that they're going to be able to keep it close. I don't think they're going to win, but 11 points is a lot for them to lose by when they're not playing the Dolphins. Also, Kelsey's going to play, but is he going to be 100%?
Yeah.
He could literally just be in there in the red zone, though.
Yeah.
I mean, look,
yeah, 3
he had
catches
26 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, right.
He could do the same goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Right, he saw Kittle get 3 for 3 last week.
Yeah.
National Tight Ends Week, so he's
Yeah.
gonna, yeah.
I'm taking Casey because they're part of my parlay.
Yep. I knew that. I had already written it down because,
Yep.
again, you had it in your parlay. I am also taking Denver. I hate the spread.
Yeah.
I especially hate KC against the spread when it's that big.
Yeah, it seems like they don't want to blow anybody out this year.
Really, ever. They're
Right.
yeah, like, I think they're,
I'm on an island with Casey.
like, over the last,
weird, right?
2 years, anytime they're more than, like, a 9-point favorite, they don't cover the spread.
It's because they have my guess is they have the ability to cover the spread, but their football philosophy doesn't allow them to. They chew up clock and they don't give them enough time.
Also, a lot of the time in those games, KC's, like, tied at the half, and then they turn it on in the second half.
Right.
And they win by 8.
Right.
Like,
Well,
it's a dominant performance, and it's not as close as the score portrays.
yeah.
But it's just how those games go.
yeah.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of money on Denver this week, but that felt gross.
Ew.
But
Yeah, I
but
agree.
but DraftKings, they do their thing right, man. They give, like, right now they're doing a 50% bonus on Thursday night football. So I was like, yeah, I'll take that action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Rick and I, Broncos. Frodo, you're with the Chiefs. Next up, we
Being on an
have
island with the Chiefs isn't a bad island to be on.
No.
not the worst island.
At home, too.
This is another Europe game. Where's this one at?
London again, I think.
Yeah, I believe it is. I think it was.
Yeah, because Rich Eisen stayed over there.
Well, you can stay in London and take a 1-hour flight over to Germany.
Yeah. Might be Germany.
I'll let Rick look it up here. So this one here, we got the Ravens as 4.5-point favorites over the Titans. I don't like London games or European games, but I really don't like either of these teams this year.
Tottenham, is that?
That sounds British.
Yeah, unless you say it really aggressively.
Yeah,
then
it's London.
German.
It's
Yeah.
London.
Tottenham!
We're looking at. I'm going to take the Ravens here, but I don't feel confident about that. Fuck the Titans. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Ravens. 4.5-point favorites. I'll take the Ravens here.
It's such a hard game to pick because the Titans have not looked great.
No.
I could see this.
The
one coming
Ravens.
down to
The
wire.
Ravens. Lamar played really well last week.
Yeah, his receivers.
His receivers were terrible.
Yes.
Mark Andrews dropped 2 touchdowns that hit him right in the hands back to back in the end zone.
That's rough.
Which he rarely does.
Yeah.
And then what's their other receiver? Bateman.
Mm-hmm.
Bateman had a bomb third or fourth down. What should have been a catch
but-
hit him in the hands and he just dropped it.
Yeah.
Like directly in the hands, in motion, and he was just
Awesome.
I think the only one that didn't drop a ball was Zay Flowers.
yeah, it was.
That
But
sucks, man.
no, he did.
He
He
did?
did at one point because TJ Watt punched him in the face.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
What?
Does that count as a drop? I mean, it
Does
shouldn't.
Was it the
does.
face? It looked like he punched him in the throat.
It was a
Whatever
face
it was,
Yeah.
whatever it was, TJ Watt punched him pretty goddamn hard. It
Yeah.
might have been where he dislocated his finger.
punch him right in the down syndrome, just like right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Baltimore's going to take this game.
You got a part of the tism.
Just a touch of the tism.
I'm taking Baltimore as well.
Are we all taking Baltimore?
Yep.
Okay. Next up is Rich's San Francisco 49ers going to Cleveland.
That
And-
might be Deshaunless.
Yeah, he's not practicing.
Still not practicing?
He was cleared by the doctors last week. Last week.
Yeah.
And didn't play. And he's still cleared by the doctors.
What was the injury? Was it
Still not
concussion?
practicing.
No, it was
shoulder.
it was a shoulder,
Shoulder?
injury.
Yeah.
What's up with that? What is he
He's not getting massages anymore.
Well, so it could be a non-structural pain management issue. It
Yeah.
could be a non-structural issue, but his mechanics are still off. I don't know.
I was listening because they were talking about it on Pat McAfee with JJ Watt, and because obviously JJ Watt played with him for a lot of years.
Yeah.
And he was like, maybe it's one of those things where the doctors are clearing him in the sense that he won't have any further injury,
Right.
but maybe he's looking at it as he's not able to do what he thinks he needs to be able to do.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is that he could physically perform, physically go in there and perform,
But velocity or something's not
but
there.
yeah, something's going to be off. His timing, his whatever, his velocity, his accuracy, whatever. Because of the type of injury, I assume that it's his throwing shoulder.
It must be.
But so this is going to be probably with the spread with Deshaun out. That can't be right. The spread would be much larger, I would
No,
think.
I don't think it
defense
is.
good,
Their
but-
defense is first and third in passing and
Rush.
rushing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's there's supposed to be some rain, and so it's not going to be a super nice day
right.
by any means. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. I think this will be honestly. I think this is one of the first solid tests. I'm not saying that they just got blown out 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They scored 3 points
Right.
because they were.
Baltimore.
Did they play last week?
Yeah. No, they're on bye.
They were on bye last
So the
week.
week before that they played and they scored 3 points.
Then they went into bye.
And Deshaun's still not practicing.
Yeah, so with the 49ers here, I don't see it being an issue. Look, their defense can be really good, and you can still not cover everybody on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Myles Garrett is unbelievable. Unbelievable. But so is Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
And you guys kept him at one quarterback pressure.
Yeah. I was looking at something. Go ahead and keep talking.
So I'm gonna take the 49ers here, 7 points over the Browns, especially now that I know that Deshaun's probably not going to be playing. I don't see the Browns standing up to that. I certainly don't see the Browns offense keeping pace with the 49ers.
Yeah.
I can see the defense doing well and keeping them in check, to some degree, which means that it might be 21-7.
Right.
You know, like I don't see this being.
Yeah. So the Niners so far, obviously Brock Purdy's been pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about this real quick because I owe the world the same explanation that I gave you, which is I'm all in.
Yeah.
Fucking Purdy is like he was so accurate. He was so calm. He was everything as advertised. Again, in the face of some pretty good pressure, even though the game design was to get the ball out and get him out of the way. All of those different things. I'm in, man.
Yeah.
Like that kid's good.
And when you look at the fact of the teams that they've actually played this year, they started with the Steelers. TJ Watt, pretty good at football.
Right.
And they got to Purdy multiple times in that game.
Yeah.
And then they went to the Rams. Aaron Donald, pretty good at the football. Giants, they should have been better than they.
They have a pretty good defensive.
And when
front.
you look at that, they blitzed 90% of that game.
Yeah.
They sent 5 people 90% of the game. And then the Cardinals, which have some solid players.
Yep.
And then you had Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
And the Dallas defense.
Yeah.
And now they have.
It was Micah Parsons that I was thinking, not Aaron Donald. But anyway.
And now they go to
Browns.
Myles Garrett.
Yeah, Myles Garrett.
And that defense.
Yeah.
Like, that's like murderer's row when it
Yeah.
comes to, like,
They're going
defense.
against some really good defenses. They're all a little bit different in how they function.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they have not had a problem with any of them.
No.
Yeah, and the issue with not an issue with the Niners is they're as complete can get. The Browns are very one-dimensional. You can only sustain your defensive push for so long, and the Browns offense is not capable of keeping the Niners offense off the field.
If Deshaun does not play, and it's, I don't remember the kid's name.
Kalen Hylett, it's a multi-name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is back in there again.
Yeah.
The 49ers defense could score 30 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know Odell's not there. He's but
Ravens.
Yeah, the Ravens. But you're Amari Cooper, but you're who you don't have that playmaker, that change that Deshaun Watson, even though how much we don't like him, gives him, because he can scramble and is.
Sean Watson was really good with
Houston.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, Amari Cooper is a talented wide receiver, even though, like, he makes me want to throw up in my mouth that I have him on my roster. But the Niners are just too complete and too good on all aspects for, I think, in this game to even be close.
Yeah.
So,
And we're starting our new defensive player this week, too.
which
that
one's?
we-
Oh,
the one we
yeah,
picked up
Gregory,
from- yeah.
Greg,
Randy Gregory.
Randy
Yeah.
Gregory, yeah.
So are we all taking the 49ers on
Yep,
this one?
they're my second leg of the parlay.
Okay. All right. So then we go to the Panthers.
Here's my third one.
Panthers are going to Miami. And
Going to
Miami
Miami.
is 13.5-point favorites. That is so many points.
Not for the Dolphins
I'm
at home.
taking Dolphins.
I'm taking the Dolphins also. Carolina has not looked good.
Nope.
And the Dolphins are just going to keep the pedal on because they play Philadelphia next week in Sunday Night Football. And this could end up 45-10.
It'll end up whatever the Dolphins decide that
When
they want it to end up at.
Pretty
honestly,
much.
like no, I don't see this being difficult at all. The money line is minus 950. God damn, dude! You have to spend $950 to win $100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Is Jeff Wilson gonna?
name's Jeff?
He can I think believe his
Lonnie, by
his
the
fifth
way,
week, so
made her vote for Gravy Fountain official. It is Facebook official now.
Oh, nice.
She wants the Gravy Fountain.
please,
for your
this is
wedding.
my vote for the Gravy Fountain. I don't think he's active in practice, or he maybe is starting practice. I know Chase
I
Claypool.
know they opened the window.
Yeah, and Chase Claypool is going to play.
Oh, so he's going to have 4 touchdowns in this game?
Fuck, he could. I don't know. But it's all a track meet out there, and what's Carolina really going to do?
Nothing.
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 There's nothing they can do. There's nothing to talk about in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, right? I mean,
You start any Dolphins that you have, and
The Giants' offensive line is horrible. Carolina is not much better, and Dolphins had 8 sacks last week.
what's
18, they had 18 pressures.
yeah, I don't. We're all taking Dolphins, right?
oh yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
are you starting
the only person you can start from Carolina is used to be the Minnesota receiver.
Thielen.
Oh,
Thielen.
Adam
Yeah,
Thielen.
Thielen's been a
Because
been
he's
a monster, target
because he's
monster
getting
lately.
a ton of targets.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're gonna be throwing because that's all they're gonna be able to do.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Like I know you have Chuba Hubbard, which if you have him, you're starting him because that's where we're at in the running back
Because
world.
Yeah.
3 or 4 of your other running backs are down right now.
Yeah,
so.
and he's a starter.
He's,
I mean,
he's more
that's-
efficient than Miles Sanders because I saw like the NFL like break down the games, you know, those little clips. Like, yeah, and last week Miles Sanders finally eclipsed 4 yards a carry.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
That's not good. Dolphins.
Yeah.
Across the board.
Yeah.
This is interesting. We've all got 10 o'clock games. This is the first time this season that we're all playing at the same time.
Yeah.
Seahawks are going to
So
Cincinnati.
Seattle's going to be the game that's on.
Yes,
This region,
over
yeah.
here,
Yes.
which means you guys got the YouTube,
Yep.
which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
and
I'll be
at home
watching
anyway,
mine.
so-
You'll be watching yours on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be good. So Seahawks are going to Cincinnati. Seahawks were originally, they opened up as 3.5-point favorites. They've now moved to 3-point favorites. So it looks like the money's going that direction.
Yeah, the Dolphins opened up at 14 after Achane. It dropped to 13.5.
Yeah, so it was a really heavy impact, you know. This one's going to be an interesting game. What Cincinnati Bengals shows up, and what Seahawks team shows up. We typically come out of our buys pretty strong, but I don't really know what
But
to anticipate.
Cincinnati actually looked like Cincinnati last
They
week.
played really well last week. So I'm still going to take the Seahawks because I'm a little bit of a coin flip in my head on this one. And so I'm going to go with my team on that.
And this is what I was speaking to earlier. I don't believe in the Bengals yet.
By the way, I don't think I said it out loud. Cincinnati is 3-point favorites now.
3-point
Yeah.
favorites.
I'm also taking Seattle. I think it's going to be way closer, and I actually believe the Seahawks will win this game because they caught lightning the ball last week, but they played Arizona, which has played a lot better, but it was Arizona, right?
Yeah, and what's Arizona's secondary look like as compared to I think the number 6 pass defense right now
Right.
or something like that. So like I'm no, that's their run defense. 14.
Arizona's been allowing very, very good numbers for
Yeah.
quarterbacks.
And
Yeah.
so I like the Seahawks here to win. And in my personal bets, I have them winning outright. But I don't have to do that here. I get to take the 3 points. So I'm going to take the 3 points. The Seahawks are, for the first time this season, part of my not in the fountain. Hey, I was promised a fountain of gravy.
I said that like that's what I wanted.
Yeah, I heard you would leave her if you didn't get a
I have to go
fountain
back
of
home. No, I did not
gravy.
say that.
Wait, who's Kevin?
Yeah. Wait, Kevin. Oh shit, dude! I didn't know you guys split.
Huh?
She's getting married to Kevin.
Yeah, I know. It's she doesn't call me Frodo.
That's weird.
It's weird.
She should.
What do your kids?
She
call
calls something else Frodo.
you? Nice. So is she
My
the-
kids
is-
call me Dad.
So is she the Hobbit hole?
She has one. There's a couple.
Okay, so Seahawks. I like the Seahawks. They're gonna win. Rick, you're gonna take Bengals.
I am going to take the Bengals. That's
Yeah.
mostly because I have a lot of Bengals, and I'm really hoping they continuously do what they do.
You're nasty.
That's like one of the most PG things we've ever said on this show.
Okay, so we're split on that one. Ricky's gonna go ahead and take the favorites, whatever.
Yep.
Weirdo. This is gonna be an interesting game.
I don't know what to do with this game.
I know, right?
I really don't know what to do with this game.
I'm gonna take the Jags. Okay, so it's Indianapolis at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, but they're not in London now.
But they're not in London. But they are on a bit of a hot streak. Like they're playing well.
Yeah.
Like
So is Indy.
well, but
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so
When you're rushing for 160 some yards with your backup running back, you're doing well.
yeah,
I mean,
their offensive line's playing a lot better. I just don't think they have the same. Like Minshew's
Hi,
good.
other Amanda.
yeah, Minshew's been running the offense well. He's been running it enough because he's been in every game. But now is the question.
Are they the London Jaguars?
But I said this before. Minshew is a perfect one-game starter.
Oh yeah, right.
And all of these games were one game
Yeah.
where he either came in at the end of the game and finished out a game, or he
Right.
was in for one game when he was out with a concussion.
I kind of feel like he doesn't need. He acts better, like those people like me that when they've got a speech to do, I do better if I don't write a speech out and I just like go like I want to hit this note, and this note. Like I wonder if he's like
So when there's nothing
when he doesn't really prepare for the game and
Yeah.
he can just go in and just fucking ball,
yeah.
just let his mustache do.
But
his thing.
now he's the starter.
yeah,
for the next 4
now
weeks, at least.
what's gonna
Yeah.
happen? Yeah.
So does he step up? The other issue is
Also, it's a
Jacksonville-
homecoming for him. There's something.
True.
There's something to
Yeah.
be said about that. Maybe he wants to get. Maybe he's hungry.
Jacksonville always plays Indy well, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking Jacksonville and the 4 points, and eating the 4 points. I don't feel super confident about this game.
I mean, they beat Buffalo, but it was not a pretty game.
No,
So
I'm doing Jacksonville as well.
if it was in London, I'd feel real confident.
That's what we said last week.
Okay.
I mean, that was my whole thing. It's like I took Buffalo last week, but I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if Jacksonville wins this game.
Yeah.
Because it's what they do in London.
What's their record in London?
a lot to.
I don't know that they've actually lost in London.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if they. All right, go ahead and carry on.
So I'm gonna stick with you guys. I'm gonna take Jacksonville as well, but I wouldn't be surprised if Indy.
6 wins to 5 losses.
Really?
No, that can't be right.
Yeah. 11 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep looking at this. You guys carry on.
Okay.
You guys
But
carry on.
they are. Oh, I didn't realize that last week they played. So they played in Wembley and then they played in Tottenham.
Oh.
Is that
Probably because there was soccer or something happening in Wembley.
true? So the next game, the now Justin Jefferson less Minnesota Vikings going up to Chicago to face the Bears,
The Bears.
who are
What's the weather supposed
Minnesota is 2.5-point favorites.
to be? I'm glad I did not drop Jordan Addison now.
You guys know that the Bears logo is his name is actually Staley Duh Bear.
Daily the Bear.
Duh Bear.
Did
That's
not know
fucking
that.
awesome.
Yeah.
Duh.
But
Bears.
now I don't know if
Yeah, did that come first or after?
right.
Right. I'm gonna go with after.
It seems like I feel like it has to.
It has to be like yeah.
It's
They
supposed
paid
to be
homage.
raining in Chicago on
Okay.
Sunday.
This one's
I've
easy
seen
for me.
I've seen Chicago play well enough in a rain game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
last
you have,
year,
right.
yeah.
Right, that was last year's debacle. Was that opening
Yeah.
week last
First
week?
game, yeah.
Yeah, just a fucking monsoon
Monsoon,
over
yeah.
there. Look, I'm taking the Bears here. They're on something right now. Vikings are, they're talking about shopping Cousins now. And
Everybody basically.
everybody. They're not going to have Justin Jefferson. the Bears at 2.5 points right now, underdogs in Chicago, feels pretty disrespectful to me.
And they've been, I mean, last week they played well.
Right?
Yeah.
Last 2 weeks they played well.
Yeah.
I'm on the Bears here. This is actually part of my parlay is the Bears.
Being that it's inclement weather and he doesn't have his comfort blanket, which is Justin Jefferson, even though they didn't really throw to him much last week because it kind of shut him down. I think I got to go Bears on this because Justin Fields looked fantastic last week. DJ Moore looked good, and when it comes down to really shitty weather, it was really windy. I err on the side of Justin Fields rushing the ball versus whatever Minnesota's doing.
I think the Bears are going to move the ball very safely down the field here, and make this happen.
I'm curious if Roshan Johnson's going to be back or not.
It sounds like he's practicing.
Yeah.
Not full practice, but I think he logged a limited today.
But chance could be Deontay Foreman.
If they use Fields in this game to rush, it won't matter. But they just haven't. I mean, last week they used him more rushing than they have in any other game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna go look and see what the props are on him rushing.
I'm torn on this one. I feel like Minnesota should still win this game, but we haven't seen Minnesota without Justin Jefferson in a long time.
Yeah.
Now, my question is, does that mean Jordan Addison's going to step up and play that role? Because
KJ
he's
Osborne.
looked really good,
Yeah.
but he's hardly been on the field.
Yeah.
Right.
KJ Osborne stepped up last week, but it's who's going to take
KJ
that?
Osborne's fine when he's a fill-in. I don't like he's not the same caliber of player, obviously, that Justin Jefferson is. So it's
Justin Fields over under right now is at 49.5 rushing.
Yeah.
So they expect him to
Run a lot.
Alexander Madison is 49.5 yards rushing. Kirk Cousins is at 2.5 yards rushing.
Probably
And I don't know which one I would take. That's the point. So, I expect I would take the over on the 49.5 yards rushing for Justin Fields this week.
You can do that on one play.
Yes.
yeah. I'm gonna go with it and say Chicago's probably gonna win this game.
Yeah, I know you wanted to kind of go against us just so you could.
Yeah.
Because this is a game where, I mean, again, we're talking about going against the favorites right now.
I feel like if it was like a 3-point, I would have said, nah. I'm just gonna go with Chicago. I don't.
Go with your guts.
This game could be super gross.
Yeah.
Could be. Yeah, absolutely. Has the makings of a disgusting piece of shit show.
Yeah, there's a lot of early games.
There's a ton of early games. All right, so next up we got the Saints at Houston.
It's Scott Hansen.
Chris Hansen?
Scott Hansen is the one from Red Zone.
Oh, Chris
Scott-
Hansen is the
yeah.
one that shows up in your kitchen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not mine.
Your kitchen?
Yours.
No, not my kitchen.
Oh,
Thank God.
Anybody's kitchen?
No.
Not my kitchen.
Not my kitchen.
Why don't you go ahead and have a seat?
next up we've got
Do you
the
think he's a good
Saints.
cook? Or do you think he would at least make a pot of coffee so that way we could all sit down and have a real heart-to-heart conversation over a pot?
Check and see. Tell us how it goes.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Saints at Texans.
Yep.
CJ Stroud has looked
Saints
good.
are 1-point favorites, so that's all based on their defense.
Yep. Because their offense isn't that great.
No, it's not been. I mean,
Well, they didn't need any offense last week because the Patriots suck so bad.
that's true.
Yeah, Patriots do really suck.
Yeah.
Are we putting to bed the Belichick Brady conversation?
Yeah, it was Brady.
We're just gonna go ahead and firmly say that it was Brady for all them years. Or had the bigger impact. Let's call it the big. Obviously, it was a combination of the two, and a series of really phenomenal defenses.
Right, and that's the thing that you lean towards Belichick on that because he is really good defensively, but he's not offensively. The issue now is not that their defense has been bad because their defense has been great the last 3, 4, 5. Always had really good defenses.
Right.
Their offense, especially this year, is putrid.
Right, with McCorkle.
Yeah.
McCorkle is not doing well.
We thought Patricia's experiment last year was bad. Nope.
You know, the argument on whether it was Brady or Belichick really needs to be put to rest at this point, because Brady took team-friendly deals his entire career.
Yeah.
Had he not done that, those teams would not have looked the way that they did.
So not only are we talking about a skill, but we're talking about the overall impact that the player has,
Yes.
right? The player and the coach. So the coach, does he draft well? Does he orchestrate? Because he's also the GM.
Yes.
So does he make proper trades? Does he Belichick has done a lot of recovery projects. Randy Moss.
He's gotten a lot of production out of players that weren't productive in other places.
right, or were productive but then had problems, and
Yes.
now so
But that formula has not worked now.
it's not been working, and so when you look at it from the point of view of, is Tom Brady, the idea of having an extra coach on the field in Tom Brady, the idea of having a quarterback that is very efficient in Tom Brady, and the idea of having a quarterback that doesn't need to make top market value, is all of that you're right, that all has to go into the equation.
Yeah, because I want to say, out of the last 12 Super Bowls, 5 of the wins were all quarterbacks on rookie deals.
Right.
5 of those wins were Tom Brady over the last 12 or 15 years or whatever it was.
So 5 were rookies, 5 were Tom Brady, and then a couple extra were Pat Mahomes.
Yes. So Patrick Mahomes got one as a rookie. He got one after he got paid. But then there's only I think it was Drew Brees or not. I don't remember. It wasn't Drew Brees.
Yeah, I don't remember, but
There was one, or Peyton Manning with the Broncos.
With the Broncos.
So it was outside of that, it's been all rookies for the most part.
Yeah.
That have won, or rookie contracts that have won Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Outside of Tom
Which
Brady.
means you need the talent with less salary.
Yes.
And that's
and that's something we've all talked about numerous times, in the sense that you get these quarterbacks that come in and get paid this huge sum of money, and then all of a sudden it dwindles the rest of the team in what they can pay
you have
out.
to sacrifice.
Right.
And
Right.
Yeah.
That's why teams are so excited when they have a solid rookie on a rookie deal.
Right. Right.
Look at the 49ers right now.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. That is
I mean-
about as good of a deal as you could possibly get.
Yes.
Dolphins are the reason they were created that was because Tua was on a rookie contract.
Right. Right.
Because he's still on his rookie contract, right?
They exercised the 5th-year option, so it'll be this year, next year.
Right.
So they'll probably do an extension this offseason.
Yeah.
Okay, so Saints at Houston. We haven't actually talked about this game yet.
Yeah.
Saints are not looking good on offense, but they're doing okay on defense. Houston is looking okay on offense, and they're looking okay on defense. And
CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud is making a push for a rookie.
They all talked
He
about.
looks great as far as quarterback.
Yeah. The pre-draft stuff was all that. He sucked on the Wonderlic or whatever. Wasn't smart. Fucking guy can play. He has
Yeah.
no interceptions.
Right.
What the fuck?
Right.
Yeah.
So this one's close for me, the spread, because the Saints are 1-point favorites. I kind of hope that the Texans win. I expect the Saints to win this one, though. So I'm going to take the Saints here.
I'm going to take Houston.
I'm going Houston as well.
Okay. I'm on an island. All right, so we're looking at Washington Commanders, whose owner Magic Johnson just roasted them this last week.
One of the owners, yeah.
Yeah, and so anyway, Commanders are at the Falcons. Falcons are 2.5-point favorites. And why doesn't every stadium have the top-down view.
I don't know, but it's fantastic.
It's really fun to watch.
It's so much fun to watch, and they have Bajan, so
Yeah.
like you couldn't have married the two better.
Yeah.
Like
that catch behind his back. And
oh my god, that was insane. That was insane.
Yeah.
Catches it, kind of like blah, 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 blah.
The only
It's
thing,
like, oh, one-handed catch.
the
That's cool.
only
Move behind
thing
the back.
that would be better than watching Bijan do that was Lamar rookie year,
Oh,
or
break
second
it-
year.
When he's
Yes.
breaking
His
ankles.
MVP year
Yeah.
when he
Yeah.
was breaking ankles
Yeah.
and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
they don't have a stadium, so they can't do it as easy.
No. Yeah. I saw someone someone asked that about. I think they were talking about something about the Dolphins. They were talking about Bijan top down, and it's like, yeah, we'd like to do that with A-Chain, but I don't think our camera can probably do that.
right.
Yeah, because he's not out there breaking speed records. He's just out there making people look dumb.
You need one of those. You need one of those stunt drone camera
Yes.
operators. That's what you need.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great call.
Yeah. Doing one of those like flips as they come around and
Yes.
then down and yeah. Okay.
As far as this game goes, we had this conversation the other night of which coach do we believe is probably
yes.
on the hot seat the most right now. And honestly, I think Scott's right when he said that Ron Rivera is probably
Especially new
more than
ownership.
likely
Yeah.
the coach that is after the Bears have been playing well, because we all thought it was going to be Eberflus.
Yeah.
But they've started to play well. But Washington looks terrible. They
Right.
somehow play the Eagles really well, but then they come out last week and just get absolutely destroyed by the Bears.
yeah.
They
They
had-
looked bad. I
And
mean,
there was bad
really
play
bad.
calls.
And before that, they got embarrassed by the Buffalo Bills. So I mean,
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I don't expect. I mean, if they continue the way they're going, then there's no chance that he has his job next year. I'm taking the Falcons here to win. If it was a 3-point, maybe it would question me a little bit more. But
I need to see more from Washington before I can say that they can win a game because, like
Right.
I said, they played Philadelphia really, really well.
yeah,
Almost beat Philadelphia.
right.
yeah.
So they should have been on like a high note because they fucking took them right down to the wire.
And this is what you and I were talking about earlier about those games, those divisional games where there's more than a touchdown, in the over/under or in the spread. And divisional games are weird like that, man.
Yeah.
They get
It doesn't matter the records. It does not matter because most of the time the coaches have played each other a few times. They know the
teams
play
know-
styles.
the players know each other,
Yep.
everything. Like
Yeah, it's
they
a completely different feel.
yeah. So yeah, I'm Falcons.
Falcons.
Falcons. Okay.
This next game is gross.
It's the Patriots versus the bad Patriots.
Vegas
I don't
has to win this game, but then at the same time, you're looking at
I don't know if the Vegas Raiders are the bad Patriots. I think the Patriots are just fucking bad.
but it's Bill Belichick versus
Josh McDaniels.
Josh McDaniels.
The only thing that I can say that the Raiders have is Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
assuming he doesn't get traded before this game starts.
with 4 targets last week,
Yeah.
and they still won.
Yeah. 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 How does that happen? Josh Jacobs has not been running well, but I don't know that that's necessarily his fault. He didn't look great this last game, but 3 points is a lot for the Raiders. It's a high expectation, but the Patriots have really been that bad.
They've scored. They have been scored 72-3 in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
Patriots.
Yes.
Fuck.
Scored on 72-3 points in the last 2 games.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm Raiders.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, man? Like it's. Yeah. Okay, you're starting Adams. You're starting
Jacobs because you
Jacobs
probably
because you have to.
and that's where it ends.
I mean, you could play
I-
Jacoby Myers.
Could I'm gonna play Hunter Henry for New England.
You might have to. You might have to start Ramondre if you're hurting for like injuries or something. But
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not. He's been non-existent.
He's been terrible this year.
Yeah, you're gonna
He's been
avoid that if you
terrible.
can.
I mean, I don't think it was necessarily think it's just him. The whole offense has been absolutely
Yeah.
terrible. When you don't have to worry about McCorkle throwing it
Yeah.
because he can't. I mean, he's been benched the last 2 weeks. He's still the starter, but he's been benched.
Is that- is
the
that-
first
that's
week
his
he
first
didn't
name
get
is
benched
McCork-
for performance? That's what they told us, and we
Right.
have to believe that.
Yeah, they got benched because they got blown out, but not. It doesn't.
That means you got benched for
It
performance.
still means you got benched for performance.
Yeah.
We're benching you because we're so far behind.
Yeah.
There's no reason to have you out there anymore.
Yeah.
By the way, it's your fault that we're so far behind.
Right.
No way, man. Taking Raiders. We're all taking Raiders. Next up, we got the Philadelphia Eagles at New York Jets.
Jets.
-7. Philadelphia's missing a few people in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who are they missing?
Lane Johnson.
Okay.
Oh. That's left guard.
And somebody else.
By the way, DeAndre Swift, man. I can't speak highly enough of how well he's playing this year, given how he left his last team sort of in the doghouse for some reason.
I mean, I don't know when we were talking about it. We were talking about it the other day.
Yeah. We've talked about him every week.
It's easy to have productive runs when your line is as good as that line is.
So good. Right.
And you're opening huge holes.
It's why Zach Moss is doing better in Indianapolis, is because that offensive line is built to run. And so
Yeah.
But they didn't. I mean, it didn't change from last year, and they weren't able to run last year.
it's because they didn't have a running back last year.
Yeah.
JT was out last year.
He was there.
No,
he
was-
played all
he-
season.
I thought he was injured last season.
No, he played all. I mean, he had a few games,
Yeah.
but he played all season.
I thought he was playing through an injury
He
all
was.
season.
Like Quentin Nelson was playing through injuries and
Yeah.
all kinds
Yeah.
of stuff.
So Eagles. They've been playing every game close, and
And none of it is click. It's the cylinders are not timing.
everything has been dirty.
This last week was their best game.
Uh-huh.
They fed Dallas Goedert a shit ton in this game.
after
Yeah.
I dropped him.
And I picked him up. It was awesome.
That's okay. I picked up Sam Laporta in his place, so I'm
yeah,
that's
right,
not bad.
Right.
yeah.
But yeah, it's so that last week was their best looking week as far as, especially in the past game.
Yeah, and it's not that we don't think that these guys are going to go to the postseason. The Eagles are a lock for the postseason.
Yeah.
They're probably a lock for their division.
Yeah.
That being said,
The only way that they don't win that division is if somehow Dallas beats them in both games.
Yeah.
That's the
and they end up with a
only
tied
way.
record.
Yeah, that is the only way.
Yeah, and I don't see Dallas matching their record.
No.
I don't think they're going to go into the postseason with a tied record.
Because they already have lost 2 games, and I don't foresee them winning all of their games that they have remaining.
Right. I foresee the Eagles losing 2 or 3 games the rest of the season.
Yes.
I don't think that the Eagles are going to lose this game. I also don't think they're going to win by 7. I'm going to take the Jets on this one.
It's the same. The Jets defense is really good. It keeps it close.
Zach Wilson has not been losing them games.
Right.
Correct.
And
And Brees Hall's getting out there, and he's fucking running his
Yeah.
ass off, and he's fun to watch as well.
the Eagles have not put everything together yet. It's just there's something off. So I'm
And
gonna
maybe
take
this
Jets.
is the week that they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, this last week they played a little bit better, and maybe this next week they finally put it all together and they just put out a dominant performance, and
Maybe.
that'll be okay.
Yeah.
I got to see it before I can believe that they can win a game by a touchdown against this strong of a defense.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Jets.
Yeah. I have the Jets as well.
Okay.
Fredo, you taking the Jets as
Yeah.
well? Okay. So we're all taking the spread. We don't necessarily think the Jets are going to win this game, but we're all taking the spread.
Yeah. Lions at Buccaneers. Lions are 3-point favorites. This has been one of my favorite teams to bet on this year is the Lions because they keep getting, undersold in terms of their the respect that they're getting in Las Vegas. This is a game I don't remember if I took these guys. I think I avoided them because I've been taking them every week. But let me see here.
They just been playing good as a team. Like
They have been.
Dan Campbell's a great coach. Their offense is clicking. They clicked last week even without Amon-Ra, and he should be back this week. Tampa Bay though is a surprising 3-1, and they've been playing well.
And Mayfield has been playing well.
But I just don't. There's
That defense,
The vibe-
the defense that Detroit has going for them, and Hutchinson,
Gonzalez
coming off that line, he's been wrecking house.
I'm gonna take Detroit.
Yeah, I'm taking Detroit as well on this. I couldn't remember if I put them on my parlay or not. I'm double checking now, but it's fine. We can move on.
So next up, we have Arizona traveling to LA.
This is the one that Rick and I were talking about earlier. We were talking about divisional games being a touchdown spread. Cardinals have been playing really well. The Rams have been playing really well. With the caveat that both these teams are playing very well for what they were expected to be playing at.
Correct.
And now Cardinals don't have James Conner this week.
Yeah.
Arizona is 1-4. LA is 3-2. Arizona kind of fell apart when James Conner went down last week. LA, everybody still got the ball, plenty last week. The Eagles just locked it down in the second half. They allowed like 82 yards in the second half last week.
Yeah.
But you're playing. You're playing Cooper Kupp. You're playing Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua.
Yeah.
Is
I
that
like it. I'm into it.
Is that Crash Bandicoot?
I think it is.
You're gonna play Kyren Williams.
Yeah. I mean, really, you're gonna play Tutu Atwell still at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, the whole when Cooper Kupp comes back, who's going to be the odd man out? Obviously, we know that was Van Jefferson because he's gone.
Because he's gone.
Where did he get traded to? Or has he not been traded yet?
no,
No,
They're
he
trying
got
to.
traded to.
Fucking where did he go? A second.
Where did he go? God damn it! I know who this was.
To your mom's house, I think. Falcons.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Falcon Punch.
So you can see him in the game this week.
Yeah.
Honestly, for Atlanta. I have a hard time not seeing LA win this game. I'm
7's a lot for divisional.
it's a ton for a divisional game.
Yeah.
I don't even like that if it's a divisional game for the Niners right now. 7 points. A whole score is a lot of points in a divisional game.
Yeah.
It is. It's a lot of points, and I just don't. I think Cardinals, even without James Conner, they're gonna hang in there. I don't think they're gonna win. I don't think that they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna put up.
I mean, at the same time, though, Cincinnati just fucking took care of business, and we thought Cincinnati was fucking terrible.
Cincinnati has been terrible.
But again, was that because of the fact that they just went against Arizona, though?
And Arizona hung in there for a while. I'm going to take Arizona because of the points.
I'm taking Arizona. Are you taking Rams?
I'm gonna take the Rams.
Okay. All right, Sunday Night Football.
Poor Giants.
The New York Giants just cannot escape primetime. I don't know what it is. Do you guys think this is their fourth game in primetime this
Yes.
season?
Well, in all fairness, it's like a whole new team out there.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is like a whole new. So,
I will laugh my ass off if the Buffalo Bills somehow find a way to lose this game. I will never.
Against a team of backups?
Yes.
Because Daniel Jones is out.
Yep.
Darren Waller hasn't been practicing this week
Right.
and isn't expected to practice this week.
Saquon.
Might be back,
Yeah.
but
practice limited today. Which means
do you want to
nothing.
put Saquon out there if you don't have any of your other playmakers?
Oh, like if I have him and I will be playing him, but you're right. I mean, in terms of
If you don't have Darren Waller and you don't have Daniel Jones, do you want to put Saquon out there? on the first week
No.
back.
And the crazy thing is the
Except that
Giants.
he had a lot of time off, and that might be why he had 4 weeks off. Was
Well, this was last week was week 3, so
his third week off.
his third week for the high ankle sprain.
Okay,
So, which is generally how long you miss for a high ankle sprain.
right.
Do you know that the Giants do not have a first half touchdown offensively this season?
Ouch.
The only touchdown they've had
Was
was
a
the pick
defensive
six.
touchdown. Yeah, last
Oh
week.
my god.
That's their first touchdown in the first half
Yeah.
total.
God, these are guys that have limited careers that are playing on the Giants. Meaning they've only got so long to play in this league.
The Giants are what, like if you ordered an NFL team off of Wish.
Maybe.
The thing is, like last year, they looked competent.
Huh?
This year, they haven't.
No.
Not at all.
Daniel Jones looks like he's,
Well, how are you going to look good when you're getting hit fucking...
and that's
A
the
billion
thing. Is
times.
it's like he's on pace to get hit like 94 times or 96 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
The last 2 games,
I mean,
he's
this
been
is his
sacked
best.
19
This
times.
is going to be his best week.
Yes.
Because he's gonna finally be able to recover.
Yeah.
Why is he out?
Neck injury.
Naked. Yeah.
Okay.
He said
From
it's-
getting hit so many
Yeah.
goddamn times.
Yeah, Van Ginkel popped him pretty good on a sack, but I heard him. They said when he missed time with the neck injury like a couple years ago, he said the pain felt similar to that. So I don't see him back for a little while. He probably doesn't want to fucking come back.
Probably not.
It's like, no, I'm still hurt.
Fuck, dude.
It's like from Casey. Oh, it's broken.
Okay, so if Saquon's playing though, if he's active, then
they're not going to use him because they're getting placed in the Buffalo, and they're going to be trying to throw the ball the entire game.
that's my point though. Is that
Defensively-
who are they going to give the ball to?
Defensively,
It's got to go through Saquon.
Yeah.
Buffalo's hurt
Saquon's
pretty
about
bad.
to get 40 touches in this game.
It could.
Buffalo's defense has lost major players for
They
the
have.
season.
They have.
Tre'Davious White, Matt Milano, and their defensive end, who is great, all gone for the season.
Yeah. You got Von Miller back. They were going to have him back in a limited fashion.
Yep.
But I don't think they're going to be able to do that now.
Right now, he's got to start.
So I don't know. It's I'm taking Buffalo still.
I'm taking Buffalo, but
14 points is a lot.
that's so many points.
Yeah.
But, again,
I'm not taking anything on. This is nowhere near my actual bets.
Look at the minus.
I know, minus 1,000 for the money line. Fucking hell, dude. Fucking hell.
But if you bet $100, you win $650 for the
Yeah, right. If you put $100 on the Giants.
Giants. Yeah.
no, you just lose.
Yeah. If you bet $100 on the Giants,
It's
you lose
that Family Guy.
$100.
Yeah.
Here's $100. What do you want to bet? No, just
No,
take
just
it.
keep it.
Just keep it. Rick, are you taking Bills?
Yeah, I just...
You can't
How
take the Giants.
are the Giants going to score
How
anything?
Can you take the Giants?
They
here?
may only score 2 touchdowns in this game.
Right.
Josh Allen. That's how they score anything.
Yeah. Fuck. All right. Monday night. This is an
Could be a
interesting
fun game.
one. It's an interesting one. I thought that this was a very interesting spread. I would like to get your guys' take on this one. I've already got it marked down because this is part of my
2 points.
this is part of my parlay.
Part of my parlay as well.
So Dallas is -2 at the Chargers. Frodo, what's your take on this?
My take is that it's one of the higher over-unders is that they expect it to go back and forth because both teams have weapons on the outside. Chargers have the better quarterback by far. And is Eckler back?
I think Eckler's...
Yeah, I think he's supposed to be
Eckler was quoted today as saying 99% sure that he's going to be back this week.
It's
And
at
Eckler
home.
is the most fantasy-friendly player in the league.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's coming
by
off
far.
their bye. Cowboys have a good defense.
Although you wouldn't know it last week.
Yeah, I'm on the Chargers side on this.
Cowboys have a good defense, but they took some injuries this last week.
Yeah, and Dak is the linchpin in whether they win or lose. And if he makes mistakes, which is often, last game, he's made mistakes before and then gotten away with it.
Sure.
He he has been good this year in the sense that he has not been asked to do a whole lot.
And that's
In the 2 games that they were behind, he has made mistakes.
And that's the thing I was just going to cap on, is that the Cowboys are built to play from a lead.
Yeah, this
Like-
is what you were talking about last week.
Yeah, they're built to be ahead, let their defense manage it, and just eke it out. It slowly just keeps building up, and then they cannot get behind and down by a score, like 2 scores, and having to air the ball out. That is not what they want to do
Right.
to have success, and that's the opposite of what Chargers want to do. They want to fucking throw the ball all over the place,
Right.
because they can. Their defense is, whether they can stop it or not, but I think the Chargers
Which they
take
should
this.
have a few defensive players back
Yeah.
this week after being off last week.
I
Bosa was out for them
Mac
for the
was
last couple of weeks.
banged up.
And I know he didn't get put on IR, and I think that last week was week 3, so I would assume he's probably going to be back at this point.
Bosa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
them. Because he was dealing with, I think, a back injury.
I don't remember. I don't pay attention too close attention to
And
defenses, but
even
Yeah.
with no J.C. Jackson, who's now back on the Niners, not Niners, but on the Patriots, I think that benefits them because he was getting torched.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rick, who are you taking on in your parlay here?
I have Chargers.
You got the Chargers
I
on
do
this
have
one.
Chargers.
Yeah, and I have the Cowboys on this one.
It's a weird spread. 2 points is
It's
weird.
a weird spread. It's a weird week in terms of, yes, the Cowboys got a little banged up. They also have a little bit longer time to play, or in between, and I think it's gonna be. This is gonna be the defining game for the rest of the season for the Cowboys, I believe.
If they didn't have the injuries that they got on the defensive side
Yeah.
of the ball, losing Van Der Esch
Yeah.
for the next couple of weeks
Yeah.
is a huge loss for that team
Yep.
because he was the play caller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And that hit looked fucking terrible.
I didn't actually see the hit.
Yeah, and he had a bad.
he-
He's has a history of neck injuries too, and it looked.
He got basically
Bad.
body blocked into the ribs of Micah Parsons.
Oh, that's right. I did see that.
Head
and I mean,
first.
you saw his whole head
Yep.
like
Huh.
into his body.
Yeah.
It looked terrible.
Yeah. I thought Micah Parsons broke his ribs on that.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Yeah,
and
it
he's just
looked
playing through it.
Hard, man.
Yeah.
That looked hard.
So he's out for a couple weeks, and I think they lost. A corner as well in that game.
And they're
Yeah.
already
And
low on those.
They had already obviously lost Trayvon Diggs. So Micah Parsons can't be the only person on that
Right.
defense.
Right,
And
absolutely.
I mean, I'm not saying that he can't come into this game and wreck the game for the
Right,
Chargers.
if we were
at the
playing
same
IDP,
time.
Yeah.
I'd still put him in.
Yeah.
You know?
The good thing is he matches up well against a team like the Chargers,
Right,
yeah.
who likes to throw.
Right. So.
But with Eckler back, they can run the ball again too.
Right.
I just think
And the 49ers
defensive-
showed you how you can play against Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
You know, they the week before, Parsons was ran at every week. This last week, it was nothing but stunts and shit to get extra blockers on Parsons all night long.
Trent Williams made him look like a child.
Yes.
well, Trent Williams does that to
I know,
Okay,
but
lots of people.
still,
Right.
It goes to show how fucking good Trent Williams
Yeah.
is at football,
Yeah.
at being a left tackle. Like
Yeah.
that dude is legit one of the, if not the best left tackle of all time.
way,
Right.
way to go, Washington.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean
right,
he
yeah.
is just fucking. He bodies anybody who comes up against him, and rarely does he lose.
Right. With Dallas Cowboys here, what I was getting at is that I think that this is going to be a season-defining game for them because if they can't win in this game,
Yeah.
then their honestly kind of feels like their season's over.
In a game where they are the away team, but will be the home team.
Exactly, they're going to be
Yeah.
the home team. You know, they're coming off of a week where they got their asses kicked and humiliated. I mean, actually
In
humiliated.
primetime.
Not like, oh, we got beat really bad by a football team, but they were actually humiliated on the field and off the field afterwards, and it's been a continuing onslaught of negativity towards this team.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy's job is on the line. Like, he's the next guy on my list in terms of there's questionability there.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be Dan Quinn who's going to take over as the head coach.
When your star
Unless Kellen Moore wants to come back.
possibly defensive player of the year player has one pressure or QB hurry.
Yeah.
One QB hurry. That was his stats.
Yep.
He had no tackles.
No tackles. No
He had
tackles
no
for loss.
sacks.
No sacks. No passes deflected.
nothing.
Yep.
He had a QB hurry.
Yeah.
That was it.
Let's talk about Fred Warner for just a second.
Oh my
what
God,
the fuck, dude? That was
pretty good.
That was one of the greatest games an individual player has ever played on defense. He was just all over the place.
Yeah.
If I just got a little more yardage and a touchdown, I would have been even more ecstatic.
I was watching somebody, I don't remember who it was, talking about how good Fred Warner is, and it's something about, like, they were like, it's something about those middle linebackers or the linebackers for San Francisco. When you put on those San Francisco jerseys, you just get special powers as a linebacker, because he was like, because Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw are the best players to ever put those on outside of Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowen.
Yeah.
Those two guys were fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, right up until they broke his leg.
Yeah,
right?
When Bowman fucking had his knee folded on itself.
Blink.
Oh my God.
Whoops.
Fucking gross. Fucking gross.
Yeah, that was bad. Yeah, okay, so we are split on this one then. I'm taking the Cowboys, you guys are taking the Chargers. My parlay is the Seahawks, the Bears, and the Cowboys.
How much you betting?
$100. I put up my $100 bill, y'all. Actually, I didn't write down that because I actually only put down 40, and now I have more faith in my bet. So I'm gonna do that one and that one. We are looking at
There you go, right there.
680.
690.
680.
I almost hit enter, which would have actually placed that bet. Ooh. Which I've already put, like, I think I put $20 down on this one right here, but I don't think I feel $100 confident.
Would really help out your your betting.
Yeah, right. My betting wallet for the year.
Yeah.
I don't need that. Anyway, so Frodo, what was your parlay?
My parlay was KC, Niners, and Miami.
You like them big favorites, don't you?
Well,
This
this
week.
week, yeah.
this week.
You went with the big favorites.
I was all dogs last week, so except
no,
for Miami,
I'm not shading you. I'm just saying, like, this week you got the three biggest favorites of the week.
Yeah.
And you're betting 75 to win 528.
Mm-hmm.
And I am taking the Chargers on mine.
Idiot.
I have Buffalo, and I have the Jets to cover, and I'm putting 50 to win 348.
Excellent.
So
Okay. I am I'm excited about this week. This week got a couple of good games that I'm pretty stoked for. A couple of bad games that I'm kind of stoked for too, like Saints Houston. Like, I'm kind of excited for that game because either Houston plays really well and I'm excited for them, or Saints win and I win. And I've got Alvin Kamara in a couple of different leagues, so I need him to start picking that up.
tomorrow night should be a good game. I mean,
Yeah.
like we said, Denver's offense has been better than last year. They're not great,
Right, exactly.
but they've been better than last year. They're scoring more than 17 points in some games,
That's great.
which is fun.
That's great. For
especially
them.
in the sense that
I
some
love
of those
that for
points were scored by the defense last year.
Right.
And
However, their defense has decided they don't want to do anything.
Yeah, they're like, look, you fucking carry the team now.
Yeah.
You cook. All right. We spent all season last
Yeah.
year cooking your fucking shit.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm interested to see what happens with San Francisco and Cleveland. I think this is one of the biggest tests defensively for us so far this year.
Uh-huh.
really hoping we can keep that 30 points or more going. That's fun.
That is a fun thing.
Yeah.
We are
Also-
averaging 20 points, beating our opponents right now.
Not bad.
When is this the week that Christian McCaffrey doesn't get a touchdown?
I mean, it could be.
What's your guys' schedule? Let me look up your schedule real quick for the rest of the
Next
season.
week we play Minnesota.
He'll get a touchdown there.
Oh no, Bengals. Next week.
No, it's
Oh,
Yeah, Minnesota.
Yeah. Sorry.
Bengals,
Yep.
Jags, Bucks, Seahawks.
That Seahawks stretch fucking sucks. We go Seahawks, Philadelphia, Seahawks.
Oh shit.
And as we've said, the Seahawks and 49ers games are always fucking to the wire.
And then you're at Cardinals.
If that is more than three, I don't care how much we're beating our opponents by.
right,
If that is more than 3 points, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here?
you can beat the Eagles on December 3rd by 25 points, and the next week be favored by 7 at the Seahawks or at home against the Seahawks, and you're still gonna be like,
Yeah, 100%. We could beat every one of these teams up to Seattle by 20 points.
Yeah.
And I'm still gonna go. We're not gonna win by that much.
Right.
We just don't.
right. So
That fucking gum chewing son of a bitch up there in the north.
gum chewing northern fuck. So Browns this week, right? So Browns probably is your most difficult challenge in terms of CMC not getting into the end zone.
Jaguars are
until-
pretty good.
They're pretty good, but in terms of not getting into the end zone, I still feel like he's going to get in the end zone there.
Yeah.
So CMC could go another
Literally,
3
he
games.
could go undefeated this year on
Games.
touchdowns.
Right, he could have a perfect season.
Yes.
I don't think anybody's ever done that before.
I don't think
a
so
touchdown
either.
in every game.
No. That would also mean
That's not a quarterback?
That would also mean he would have 20 plus touchdowns.
Would also-
I think LaDainian Tomlinson did it.
that would make sense, unless he missed a game.
Or if they sat him for a game, if they were.
Yeah, that's
I
Yeah,
don't
right.
know.
He put up 394 yards and no touchdowns,
Yeah.
and so they're like, we're gonna go and park you for now. All right, so yeah, that's a good stretch. I'm excited for Seahawks this week, mostly because I didn't get to watch them last week. So this week we got Crossback. We're gonna have the other guy that went out, the other offensive lineman that went out.
It would be really nice if people would stop trying to fucking rip Christian McCaffrey's head off, though.
Yeah.
2 weeks
Yeah,
in a
dude.
fucking row, they
Oh my
have face
God.
masked him so fucking hard.
Right, right. Like he's looking at Daniel Jones, going like, "What's wrong with your neck? What's wrong with your neck?"
And
I
then,
was looking at my ass a second ago.
and then Fitzmagic's over like, I fucking completed a pass. What the fuck are you talking about?
right.
I had a helmet on backwards and I completed a pass.
Oh shit, that was a nasty fucking play, dude.
Yeah.
All right. So we will see you guys next week. I will be how much money, Rich? $700 richer.
If you win, you will be at 1320.
Suck it. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, next Monday,
Yeah.
we're not playing at all because Tuesday is Halloween thing.
Yeah. Haunting of Verdansk starts Tuesday.
Not Verdansk.
Haunting of Al-Mazrah.
Yeah.
The Haunting,
So we're not playing what?
Monday night.
Monday night.
We're not
Tuesday-
playing Monday night.
Tuesday night, we are playing.
Playing Tuesday.
Tuesday night we're playing. Monday night we're not playing.
Yeah.
Why are we not playing on Monday night?
I mean, we can.
You can.
Okay, but specifically, I got to
you have
circle
to,
the
you
second.
have to play Tuesday
Okay.
because that's when the haunting event
I'm in,
starts,
dude.
and
I'm
we
in.
have to play the fucking haunting event.
Yeah, I'm putting my kid down early. Actually, maybe what I'll do is I'll just take the day off of work, take the kid all day long, and then starting at 7
And you
o'clock
keep his ass awake all day long.
all day. He's
Think
just
you sleep? No,
screaming.
you wake up.
He's smacking him in the face, dumping water on him,
Yeah.
Google like
squirting him with a
how
word.
many shakes before it's shaken, baby? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, wake up.
Wake up, you're fine.
A squirt bottle with 5-hour energy in it. Wake
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Okay. So, Haunting of Not Verdansk. I'm in.
It's Von Dead also.
What?
God, wouldn't it be fucking
Fun.
crazy
I'm
if it
bummed.
was The Haunting of Verdansk?
Dude, that would be so good.
It just
don't get my
fucking,
hopes up,
you
man.
drop in for the first time, it doesn't say anything. You drop in for the first time, it is fucking Verdansk.
My desk
the
will get
end.
knocked over from the raging boner that Mike knocked over.
Dude, the animation is still all dropping into Al Mazrah, and then as soon as you hit the ground, you're in Verdansk. It's like, you know, it does the whole like zombies.
Yeah.
And I came.
And it came. All right, well, on that note, we will see you guys next week. Peace out.
Later.